Welcome back to Trenton State Titans Dynasty. After an insane start to the year, I think we're going to continue it, to be honest. We're playing Utah State this week, but this has been a wild back-to-back series of games. Beat FCS East 94-0, and then played, at the time, one of the top teams in the nation. I believe the number 2 team in the nation in Penn State. We beat them 23-7 at home. This is our first road game of the year, but it's not necessarily a team I'm really too worried about. They are undefeated, but it's also Utah State. I don't really think they're going to be too much of a problem. We are up to the number 1 team in the nation, and we're playing like it right now because we've dismantled terrible teams or team, and we beat a top team. So we'll look to continue with that momentum today against Utah State. Quick update on recruiting. We are going to need to rearrange some things. Of course, when you become the number 1 team in the nation, you're doing so by getting the best players on your team. We're continuing to recruit 5-star players, high 4-star talents, and it's going to be a battle for a lot of these guys that hopefully we're able to come out on top. Recruiting is such a big part of building any college football program. We're going to continue to try to do that. This week is really a lot about getting more information about who's going to be attainable. Just got to play our game. Can't slow down. Occasionally you can get a weird road game. It's a tough matchup. Even if it doesn't appear like it is on the surface, you actually get in the game and suddenly you can't move the football. Their pass rush is getting there. We got to focus on continuing to establish the run. And I think our defense is going to be able to do a good enough job against Utah State to put us in a position to win. Those were some crazy names on the back of those jerseys. But here we go. Trenton State, for the first time in program history, it's program, are ranked number 1 in the nation. Let's play to that ranking. Let's prove that the AP writers are correct in assessing, that we're the number 1 team in the nation. We got to start hot, stay hot. That's the name of the game. And this crowd is rocking. They're ready for this one here at Maverick Stadium. No C in Maverick there? Interesting. But real quick, I do want to thank Underdog for buying me 1 World Series ticket. I was able to fly myself to New York and then buy my dad a ticket. And it was kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even though the Yankees, unfortunately, didn't come out on top, thankfully I was able to go experience it. Yankees World Series game in the Bronx. It was quite the atmosphere, even though the result wasn't what I wanted. And unfortunately, my picks didn't go to plan either. Went 3 of 4, but Underdog really is the best place to play daily fantasy sports with Pick'em and their drafts. Use code BENGAL. Link is down in the description. And thanks again to Underdog. Also, I've been on fire lately. I've tweeted out some of these, but these are my picks for tonight. David Montgomery, lower 57.5 rushing yards. Joe Mixon to score first half rushing or receiving touchdown. I got a good multiplier in this, so I figured I would take the chance. And CJ Stroud higher, 235.5 passing yards. Basically, the Texans don't allow many rushing yards, and the Lions allow a decent bit of passing yards. Just playing the numbers here. Joe Mixon's been a man on a mission. Those are my picks. Use code BENGAL. All right, defense, we got Rich Tobias off the edge. Need him to play a big impact today. And this running back actually looks like he might be pretty quick. That's Corbin Cottle. Senior running back from Utah. Makes sense going to Utah State, but he's running pretty fast. So it might be a player to watch out for. Throwing right over the middle in the direction of Mitch Dora. Childress pass is completed right behind our superstar linebacker. That was a big miss because that was a big opportunity to, start this game with a turnover. Instead, it's a big play by the Aggies. And we'll need to lock back in. This is going to be a team that runs hurry up, it appears. A little jump throw, thankfully falling incomplete. Seems like the name of the game for Utah State is Target Mitch Dora today. Back-to-back targets in his direction. Thankfully, this one went a little bit better for us this time. We're given a lot of space, though. Quarterback on the move. Looks like he wants to take off, and he will. Mitch Dora at least pushes him out of bounds. Did not wrap up there. tell you, Utah State does not feel like some just unranked Mountain West team playing the #1 team in the nation. And you know what? The AP, I think, got a little bit aggressive with our ranking. Because are we truly the best team in the country? Probably not. We played for the first time in the CFP last season. And we were completely and utterly dominated by Tennessee. And that's really the last time we played, a truly talented team. Penn State had a great ranking, but, I'm not sure that they would be as challenging as a Tennessee again, or Alabama, Georgia, even Ohio State. Some of these teams in the SEC, especially. Obviously, Ohio State's a Big Ten team. Aggies on the board first with a field goal. Played good defense on third down. Christian Ellis tried to come in and get the block. Not especially close. But we'll see what our offense is capable of. We're playing down maybe for the first time all year. Were we ever down against Penn State? I suppose it's possible, but I don't think so. Joey Boozer's a big reason why we've been so effective this year. He only had 4 attempts in the first game, but I think he passed 100 yards on those 4 attempts. Definitely want to get him the football, but win or lose, we booze. Joey Boozer, big number 21. Really thought that block was going to set up differently. The fact that that's only a gain of 3 is ridiculous. That was a big opportunity. Did not capitalize. Oh, big pancake block on the outside again. I thought the blocks were going to shape up a lot differently. And we get a short gain. There are such big opportunities here. Instead, we're facing a third down. I'm not really worried about the Utah State crowd impacting the game too much. But we've missed some opportunities. And we're just really not outrunning Utah State even at this point. Basher with the first down. Our second string tight end, converted receiver. So obviously some pretty good speed there. So we go for our number 1 tight end, Tyler Branham. And again, I kind of thought the blocks would shape up a bit differently there. Just not reading the game very well right now. But that's a nice gain. There's Boozer, up the gut, and gone. House call, Joey Boozer. Into the end zone. Gotta be 21 to enter. Joey Boozer. Breakaway speed. And, I mean, the block shaped up pretty well that time. Boozer, we know, has the speed. He's one of the fastest running backs, really, that I've used in college football 25. I feel like it's somewhat rare to get a mid-90s or even beyond that speed running back. And that's where Joey Boozer is. I can't recall seeing very many with, 96 plus speed at all. I think Boozer's just shy of that. But, yeah, I don't really recall ever seeing a running back with high 90 speed, like 97, 98, 99. Maybe it's happened. I'm sure it has in your dynasties. It probably has happened in mine as well. But a lot of the top running backs in these recruiting classes are receiving backs, and those just aren't the best ones. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Sometimes the receiving backs can be really fast too, but I think I prefer those elusive backs, and that's what Joey Boozer is. Fit that really well. Dora's got to wrap up. Why is he not able to tackle today? Wrap up and drag down. Another opportunity. There it is. Better that time. They do get more yards, though, but Dora does it all on his own. Here's 3rd and 8. Trusting our team in man coverage. Should have better athletes. We're going to go ahead and step up there. No, the quarterback takes off. It's a great read against man coverage. And Childress moves Utah State near midfield. I mean, that's a great read. We took away everything. There was a receiver wide open over the middle, and Dora was supposed to be in man coverage on the running back, but we dropped back to cover the tight end, which I think was the right move. But the QB saw the lane completely clear out and decided to make a big play with his legs. We approach the end of the first quarter. Slant's going to get open. We just get completely crushed by those every week. When there's no help to the inside and they run slants or a shallow cross or drag, whatever, we don't have the speed to make any type of a play. It's devastating. Finally, a TFL, though. There's Mitch Dora exploring the Utah State backfield. That is the end of the first quarter. We have the lead. It should be a lot of Joey Boozer today. I'm not sure our defense is going to be especially impressive. Seems like we're good for a decent play every now and again, but they're moving the football when they want to. And it could be a long day for us here at the office. Or not. Childress goes down. We brought pressure off the edge from the slot. Really nice play. That was Emmanuel Berlin. They went slot fades. We sent slot blitzes. Here's 3rd and forever. And they're on the edge of field goal range. You'd actually maybe consider a run here in real life, as crazy as it sounds. Quarterback potentially taking off. Morgan Merriman closing in, and it's just a throwaway. Which, if you're going to punt anyway, that's a brain-dead decision. Get the ball in the air, arm punt, worst-case scenario, right? Or an incompletion, worst-case scenario. You at least have a chance to do something. Well, it is the most insane punt I've ever seen. We are pinned on our own 1. Wow, okay. Well, that's a pretty good punt. See if we can get out of our own end zone here. I mean, Boozer's got the speed. 3 rushes, 58 yards already. That one went for 6. And again, there's opportunity for more. We might have to be a little bit more decisive. You know, hit a lane. I swear I called a run play, by the way. Nice move from Boozer to get extra yardage there. Caught a defender out in no man's land. Made a miss. Okay, 3rd and 9. This is a big play here already in this game. I kind of want to put Zach Poole on a deep cross. He didn't hear it. All right, there we go. See if that safety makes a play or not. We throw that. Yes, nice read. When we actually catch the linebacker flat-footed and can throw behind him, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes the CPU just reads it like a freak and they make an insane play, but that's really what should be happening on a play like that. Nice bullet there from Streeter. We got good blocks here. Boozer just using that speed. 5 rushes for 75 yards already. And I'm thinking we have a Zach Poole touchdown if we have the time. We might even turn this into like a bootleg here. Nah, we're just going to check down. Higdon can't reel it in, though. And I'll tell you, we have Tyler Branham on this. That's definitely open, and we had time. And you know what? We maybe even have Zach Poole as well. That one would have been a little bit more dicey, but if we really lead that and lob that over the top, there's an opportunity there. But unfortunately, never even got to Branham and didn't think Poole was worth the risk at this point in the game when we can run the ball like that. Just like that. Boozer brings us down to 3rd and inches. Cleveland into the game. He's going to get a carry and go right up the gut. First down. I want a play action shot to Zach Poole. They have no help over the top. It is a bad position to be in. Let's throw the comeback, though. No! Oh, my God. It's intercepted. Big hit there from a lineman. Kerry Exum, but it's wide open. Just did not put the touch on it. I mean, it could not have been more open, but I mean, the angle just was not good enough on the throw. Threw a bullet instead of, you know, getting a little bit more air underneath that. And it found the free safety, Chase Davis, who, I mean, did a pretty incredible job taking away both routes there in the end. But that, I mean, that is absolutely wide open with, it looks like, the safety carrying this route to the flat. It's brutal, but a nice play. I'll tell you what, though, this first half is absolutely flying by. And only 10 total points have been scored between both teams. So it's been an interesting one. The quarterback wants to run. We know he wants to run, and we can't stop it still. We're getting to the point where we might have to run a spy out there. And I don't know if that's going to be somebody on the defensive line or a linebacker, but we need to stop this quarterback scrambling game. It's a good way to do it. Morgan Merriman sacks the quarterback. Switch stick, dude. I hate it. I'm going to try disabling it again in the main menu, but my settings keep changing. Like Heat Seeker, I had it higher than 100%. I've changed them in the main menu, but that was pre-patch. Maybe they fixed it. Hopefully so. Make a play. That's going to be intercepted. Let's go, Alani Allen. Take it right back. Good move to the inside. Allen still down the sideline. Allen inside the 10. Alani Allen, touchdown. It's a 77-yard pick six, making up for the Henry Streeter mistake. And it's back-to-back interceptions by these defenses. This one, though, goes the distance. And that could be the beginning of the end for Utah State. They needed everything to go their way in order to stay in the game with us, in my opinion. And they were moving the ball so well, relying on the scrambling ability of the quarterback. But Childress makes a huge mistake targeting the 6'3" corner Alani Allen, who takes it away and then takes it all the way. 14-3 Titans. And, you know, we could get the football back here. 1:07 on the clock. We have all timeouts, right? If we can get a stop, quick TFL, something like that. Deontay Crick, big tackle. Utah State calls a timeout. Deontay Crick with the sack. We know we expect big things from him. It's a big-time play right there. Freshman defensive lineman from Wyoming. Remember, he's kind of like a hybrid defensive tackle, defensive end. Kind of playing him all over right now. He's not really a true edge player. Throw over the middle. Man, good coverage from Ellis, but better throw and catch. And it's 3rd and 1. I don't think they run the ball here, but I suppose it's a possibility. Quarterback looking to take off, and he goes down. We'll call a timeout. He's got a lot of great ability, but he panics in the pocket. He looks to run a lot. It's worked well so far. Not that time. Jake Keenan wrestles him to the ground, and we have 55 seconds and 2 timeouts to try to extend this lead before the halftime. Before the half, Bobby Salmon back to return. Ooh, that cut, I've never seen a slower one. It's like he completely sunk into the ground. But before halftime, we can do something here. 45 seconds. Poole with the catch. We're going to call a timeout. I was hoping that route would be a little sharper. I didn't account for that kind of inward break there. Maybe have Zach Poole. We're going to take off. Streeter gets a block. Stays in bounds. One-on-one. Juking. And that's okay. We don't need to get out of bounds there. We still have a timeout. But because it's a first down, the clock's going to stop. And the runoff is insane. Oh, my God. We're forced to call a timeout. Where did the runoff come from? It took them that, like, it took our team that long to get up to the line. It stops when on first downs until they spot the football. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thought for sure we would have time. I thought maybe 5 seconds would go off the clock, if that. Like 15 seconds. I know it's like, why didn't you get out of bounds? Well, I thought we'd make a miss, or it wouldn't matter. Clearly, it did matter. Branham can't hear the adjustment. We have 9 seconds and no timeouts. I mean, any throw needs to go to the end zone. It's going to be intercepted, no. With 4 seconds, we're going to have to take 3. Not what we wanted, again, clearly, but it's off the post. I forget how far you have to move it when you're on the far left hash and close. Oh, my God. Insane end to the half. And, I mean, what? Missed kick on top of that. I mean, I had high hopes, and we did not deliver. We do get the ball to start the third quarter at least, so that's something to be happy about. We are up 14-3. It kind of feels like we're behind right now based on where the momentum is. We had such a good opportunity, and then chaos in the final minute of the first half. We didn't allow them to score, but in a way, it's like, you know, we didn't get what should have been a free 7 points, and we can never get out of the backfield on the screen. We're not throwing the ball to Zach Poole enough either. That's a player we just need to take shots to. I know we're going to get intercepted sometimes doing that, and it's going to be like, oh my God, he's so open. No, why are you forcing it? Sometimes I like to give our receivers chances, right? Sometimes it works. Oftentimes it does not. We were not decisive enough there. Zach Poole. Poole party in the end zone. Bomb from Streeter. Caught by Poole. Touchdown. Oh, boy, did he find himself in the deep end. One-on-one with Zach Poole down the field. You don't have that type of speed. Zach Poole runs right by him. It's a good bounce-back play. It's a good bounce-back play. I mean, Streeter really didn't put a ton of air underneath this thing. but got it over there. No sweat for Zach Poole. Big touchdown. Utah State trying to get back in this game, down 21-3 now. They will need to hurry, but also this running back is good. So their best bet might be keeping it on the ground altogether. He's made a couple nice throws in this game, but it's really not much of a throwing quarterback. This is more of a running quarterback. Big hit, Morgan Merriman. Nice play. We send our nickels like a lot. Quinton Ford got in there. Big stop near the line of scrimmage if it wasn't a TFL. 3rd and 3. They could still run the ball here. It's a direct snap to the running back. Keontae Crick reads it perfectly. He was unblocked. Big problem when you're leaving maybe our best defensive lineman unblocked. And it's a 4th down punt as a result for the Aggies. We're going to try returning this with Salmon. He's got great speed. I thought maybe we could get away. Get a couple extra yards, but maybe not worth it in the end. 2nd and 7. Joey Boozer just cannot outrun him. The ball goes flying. 10 attempts for 90 yards for Joey Boozer. Still missing, you know, that big one outside of the first quarter, though. 3rd and 5. Not a great time for play action. We'll punt. After a nice roll, Utah State going to start with the football on the 15-yard line. Try to back him up even more than that. Those plays are always so concerning. I talked about the slants, the shallow crossers, the drags. Any of that can be a really, really big problem for us to defend. Thankfully, not too many yards there. Although 6 is more than I would want. Left door at a spy. Nice play. Keontae Crick again with the sack. Have a day. Big number 91. He has 2 sacks, 3 TFLs. He is all over the field making a significant impact. We're going to contain our edge rushers here. Okay, wide open. They are going to review it to make sure a foot was down, and I thought the same in real time. Let's see here. I don't know. It looks like he kind of catches it as he goes out of bounds. I guess not enough to overturn it. It'll be 1st and 10 for Utah State. And time is, very important for them right now. Quarterback trying to scramble into another sack. Jake Keenan for the 2nd time today. Yeah, I think we're going to contain our edge rushers probably for the rest of the game. And we're going to force Childress to step up the middle towards our defensive tackles. 3rd and 9. I mean, so many guys wide open. How do we not have the speed to close on Nathan Childress? How is this guy so fast? We just don't look very fast against Utah State. It's insane. Like, Mitch Dora looks a step slow. Morgan Merriman as well. We're not taking good enough angles. We just don't have the closing speed today. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, though. Still in prime position to come out of here with a win. Haven't played perfect today, but at the end of the day, we have held them to just 3 points. Our defense is doing their job, but I don't know that they've been as good as holding them to 3 points would dictate. I feel like Utah State's had some really nice plays, but the quarterback keeps running into sacks. I mean, he just keeps doing it. He loves sacks. He's like a brass musician. Here's 3rd and 7. That was Morgan Merriman taking a shot down the field. Christian Ellis with the interception. One of his first of the year, if not his first. Still waiting for that first interception for the 5-star true freshman. #1 player in the class, Byron Willingham, has not yet happened. I feel like the free safeties are just targeted a lot less. I feel like it's most often the strong safety getting opportunities, but it's a really nice play, and that really should be enough to put this thing away. Let's lean on Boozer, and Boozer, he's an angle eliminator. Joey Boozer, well over 100 yards on the game. What an effort. What a run. And he's one-on-one with the free safety, and he just makes one cut and makes a miss. Look at that. completely eliminates that angle, and I thought there was a chance he could go all the way. Big touchdown saving tackle, but a really nice play from Joey Boozer as he's approaching 150 yards with not even 10 attempts. Play action. Branham is open. We're going to throw in behind Zach Poole. We're inside the 10. We give Zach Poole a chance. High point. Back of the end zone. Cannot reel it in. Would have been a challenge to get his feet down, or even one of them anyway. Only need the one here in college football. But not sure he would have been able to do that. Here's 2nd and goal. I think we'll try a run here. Joey Boozer's back in the game. One cut. Find the end zone. Big spin back. Joey Boozer. He's not just fast. He's also quick. He can also set you up and make a move. Good angle. Good spin move. Good touchdown to win it here. It's going to be very, very, very tough for Utah State to get back in this. We'll take another look because why not? Well, inside zone. Sets him up with a spin move. Easy touchdown. Couldn't really have been a worse angle of that. But we'll take 28-3. I don't think any team's blowing a lead like that. Certainly not in, like, the Super Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry. Fumble. Ball came loose. It was finally Shameik Jones getting pressure. Utah State recovers, though, our 8th sack of the game. And there really haven't been too many where we're just winning. Just the quarterback holds it forever and then just runs into a sack. That's got to be intercepted. Not Alani this time, but Willie Allen. And the Allens are going crazy. Willie places the ball in the end zone. That is certainly the dagger. Game over. Willie Allen and Alani Allen, both with pick sixes in this game, which sounds familiar at this point. Our corner's going crazy. I mean, you're trying to go to the flat. For some reason, even with this lead, Willie Allen's playing for it. Jumps the route. Great hands. And another great score. Oh, we're cooked. Alani Allen, I mean, we can't be playing that shallow. Is he searching for another pick six? Okay, dude. I know his press ability is not very good. It's not impressive. I don't know what was worse, that joke or that play. 90-plus yards to the house. And Allen has decent speed, but not that good a speed. 35-10. Did we get Joey Boozer more attempts? I feel like he's earned it. Oh, bounce it outside, Joey. Kadion Sweat there making the play. Kadion? I don't know. That's an interesting name for him. Joey Boozer more than 10 that time. I mean, he's on 200 watch. I think we could definitely get there. But it's not obviously the primary focus. Trying to run the clock out. And Joey Boozer's a good way to do that. There he is. Broken tackle for Boozer. He's past midfield. Russ Cleveland this time. He's got decent wheels. Nothing, spectacular, but another nice move as our running game continues to break down the Utah State Aggies. Final play here before the 2-minute timeout will be a Joey Boozer run. And a decent one. Joey Boozer is just 12 yards away from 200. Will he get there? Not on this run. I don't know if I love a counter run here. It's possible. Utah State opting not to call their timeouts. But that's what's keeping us out of just going QB kneel. Final play of the game will be a Joey Boozer carry. Will he get to 200? Survey says there's a flag. It's maybe holding, and this will not be the final play of the game unless this is declined, which it would be in real life, you'd imagine, but I doubt it here. You will see one more Joey Boozer attempt, and it goes for a loss. That is the ball game, though. I considered calling a timeout, but it's just not. It's not worth it, right? It's gonna be a 35-10 victory. Not gonna risk injury or prolong a game or be super unrealistic. Joey Boozer is your player of the game. 18 attempts for 193 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And we're definitely boozing tonight. He was cruising today as we cruised to victory. It was a weird game, honestly, like 35-10, but I mean, they had 3 points before a 90-yard bomb late in the game. I don't know. So bizarre. Their quarterback was picked off 3 times and sacked probably close to 10. Henry Streeter, 10 for 16 for 161 and a touchdown, was intercepted. And then rushing Joey Boozer, 18 for 193. Broke 3 tackles, had 3 runs of more than 20 yards. And Russell Cleveland actually played a pretty good role as well. Senior running back from New Hampshire. One of the guys who's been on this team for a while. Receiving, didn't really have to do too much. I mean, nobody had more than 3 catches. Poole with 89 yards and a touchdown. We ran the ball a lot today. Really didn't have too many opportunities to throw the ball. The run game was just working so well, and our defense was on the field a lot. Jay Keenan and Ciante Crick each with 3 TFLs. Keenan actually outproduced Crick in the end. 2 TFLs for Merriman and Ford, and then 1 for Berlin, Allen, Willingham. I don't remember Byron Willingham making that play, but all right. Mitch Dora, Shameik Jones, and then 2.5 sacks for Jay Keenan, 2 for Ciante Crick, 1.5 for Morgan Merriman, 1 for Shameik Jones, and then a half sack for Rich Tobias, Emmanuel Berlin, and Quinnen Ford. Willie Allen, Christian Ellis, and Alani Allen, all with interceptions. 1 shy of our entire secondary with 2 defensive touchdowns, both Allens. No relation, though, from very different hometowns. But I'm looking for Byron Willingham to make that big impact. Get your first interception. I know it's going to happen. We've also leveled up to 26 here. I think. It doesn't say it in the top right, and we don't have any new skill points. I am confused. Either way, we will simulate to the next week. Our schedule will end up getting more difficult when we start ACC play. I guess we did play Penn State. We've looked really good so far. We've been cruising. But ACC play is going to start up pretty soon here. In fact, so soon that it's now, as Jay Keenan was ACC Defensive Player of the Week. And you had a lot of options on our team. Louisville's 1-1. And what are they rated? I'll show that at least. No doubleheader in today's episode. They're an 85 overall. That's pretty comparable to where we are. They're unranked. We're ranked number 1. There are coach skill points popping up. But we'll check out the recruiting board. We're going to have to put more points on Reed Pfeiffer or get him in on a visit. The problem is, even though we're ranked so highly at number 1, we still don't have number 1 team in the school recruiting hours. Only 500. And Pfeiffer, our real only chance to get him, I think, is going to be this week 6 bye-week visit. So it's tough. We're not going to get any game-related boost there. But it could be a good idea to bring him in. And we're going to have to start hard selling as well, which I was hoping we'd have more information by this point, but we really only know Coach Prestige. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Again, I'll probably rearrange the stuff off camera, reallocate points. We're in great position for Mike Clinton, number 7 player in the nation, the number 1 receiver, number 1 in our home state here in Florida. He'll have to move down from Tallahassee down to Trenton. FSU not really even pursuing him. They've not offered him a scholarship. Scouting-wise, he looks pretty good. Good route running, pretty good speed, pretty good catching. But we remain in a pretty good position, pretty good spot for a lot of these guys. And I think we're not going to be recruiting Levi Triplett anymore, despite jumping up somehow. Oliver Scherf just looks better with 93 speed, 96 throw power, and some great accuracy. Quarterback is not exactly at the top of the list of needs at the moment, but you know, sometimes when you see a prospect so good, they're absolutely worth pursuing. So we continue to be in a good spot. As I mentioned, Shaquille Tolzien is very close to a commitment. We have him in on a week 4 visit against Louisville, and he will absolutely commit with a win. So that is really awesome. He's a tremendous player. Would be a great addition to our defensive line group. So I feel, pretty good about this right now. But obviously some work to be done. But that will do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.